In every generation, God raises a voice to remind his people he is near. After Elijah was taken up in a fiery chariot, that voice became Elisha's, a prophet who carried a double portion of his master's spirit. At the banks of the Jordan River, Elisha struck the waters with Elijah's cloak and cried, "Where is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" At once, the river parted, and the prophets watching knew the mantle of heaven had passed to him. From that day, Elisha walked not in his own strength, but as a vessel of God's power, an ordinary man clothed in extraordinary authority. Elisha's journey was not one of comfort, but of divine purpose. He stepped into villages, homes, and palaces, wherever the cry of the broken could be heard. His compassion reached into every corner of life. In Jericho, the people mourned that their waters were poisoned. Crops failed, and children fell ill. Elisha took a bowl of salt, cast it into the spring, and declared, "Thus says the Lord, I have healed this water." And from that day, the waters flowed pure and life-giving, transforming death into abundance. To the poor widow drowning in debt, Elisha asked, "What do you have in your house?" She whispered, "Only a small jar of oil." He told her, "Borrow vessels. Not a few." She poured, and the oil multiplied, filling every vessel, until her sons were saved, her debts paid, and her future restored. That day, a small jar became a wellspring of provision because faith met obedience. And when an enemy army surrounded his city, Elisha's servant trembled in fear. The situation looked hopeless, as many of us often feel when life closes in. But Elisha prayed, "O Lord, open his eyes." And the young man looked, the hills blazed with chariots of fire, the armies of heaven encamped around them. What we see with human eyes is never the full picture. God fights for his people in ways we cannot always perceive. Elisha's story is one of faith unshakable. He healed waters, multiplied oil, raised the dead, fed multitudes, and struck down the pride of kings. His miracles were many, but they all declared one truth. The God of Israel never forsakes his people. He sees. He hears. He moves. Elisha wasn't just a prophet, he was a reminder that when we surrender completely, God can use any life to shake kingdoms and restore nations. And this is only part of his story. To read more of Elisha's mighty works, from cleansing Naaman the leper to making iron float, turn to 2 Kings chapters 2 through 13. Let Elisha's journey remind you, the God of Elijah and Elisha is still the same today.